If you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. This is not just business advice. It's not just motivational language. It's a philosophy. Welcome back to Channel Wisdom Swing. Today we study one of Jim Rohn's most life-transforming ideas, a statement that sounds simple, but holds the power to change your entire destiny. Jim Rohn said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. This is not just business advice. It's not just motivational language. It's a philosophy, a roadmap, a guiding principle for success in every area of life. Today, we're going to break down what Jim Rohn really meant, and how this idea can elevate your income, your opportunities, your relationships, and your entire future. Let's begin. Why working on yourself is the real secret. Jim Rohn believed deeply that your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. Your job can provide you an income, but you, your skills, your mindset, your attitude, your philosophy, those determine your earning potential, your decisions, your direction, and your long-term success. You would say, you don't get paid for time, you get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace. That value comes from you, your character, your discipline, your awareness, your personal growth. Money flows to value, opportunities flow to value, promotions flow to value, leadership flows to value. If you want more, you must become more. This was Jim Rohn's entire philosophy in one sentence. The limits of working hard. Most people confuse hard work with smart development. They think that grinding longer hours equals success. They think that effort alone creates wealth. But Jim Rohn warned us you can work hard at the wrong things, for the wrong reasons, with the wrong habits, and end up exhausted but not enriched. Hard work alone is not enough. If it were, every construction worker, every factory employee, every person juggling 2 or 3 jobs would be a millionaire. They're working hard, but they're not always growing. Jim Rohn said, you must make sure the work you're doing is building you, not just tiring you. When you work harder on yourself, you rise above limitations. You outgrow old patterns. You attract new opportunities. You become a person that industries, clients, and people value. You become someone worth following, hiring, promoting, or partnering with. This is the difference between working for your life and working on your life. The 4 core areas of personal development. Jim Rohn often taught that working on yourself happens in 4 major areas. Let's explore each one. 1. Personal philosophy. Your philosophy is your filter. It guides your decisions, your habits, your attitude, and your expectations. If your philosophy is weak, your life becomes accidental. If your philosophy is strong, your life becomes intentional. Jim Rohn would say, your philosophy determines whether you stumble into failure or march into success. Books, mentors, reflection, discipline, all of these strengthen your philosophy to skills and competence. You get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace, so raising your skill level is like raising your earning power. Learn to communicate, learn to sell, learn to lead, learn to think critically. Learn to solve problems. Every new skill expands your world. It opens doors you didn't even know existed. Jim Rohn said, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. 3. Attitude and emotional intelligence. People don't rise based only on skill. They rise based on how they show up. Your attitude is your emotional currency. It influences how others see you, how you see yourself, and how you handle challenge. A great attitude creates trust. A poor attitude destroys opportunity. Work harder on your presence, your patience, your discipline, your emotional balance. These are invisible skills, but they produce visible rewards. 4. Health, energy, and discipline. You can't build a great life on a weak foundation. Your energy is your engine. Your discipline is your steering wheel. Jim Rohn would say, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. When you feel strong, you produce strong results. When your energy rises, your productivity rises. Your clarity rises. Your creativity rises. Your health determines your capacity. Your discipline determines your consistency. Together, they build your destiny. Why personal development creates a fortune. Fortune doesn't only mean money. Jim Rohn used the word to describe abundance in every sense. Of fortune of opportunities, relationships, experiences, growth, freedom, peace, influence, purpose. As a life that multiplies, a life that expands, a life that impacts others. Money is part of that fortune, of course, but it's not the whole story. Working on yourself will increase your financial potential, because the market rewards value. But it will also increase your life potential, because the world rewards character. Personal development makes you someone who can handle success, not someone who loses it. Someone who can sustain love, not sabotage it. Someone who can lead, not crumble under pressure. This is why Jim Rohn said, your income rarely exceeds your own development. Sometimes income takes a lucky jump. But unless you grow, it always comes back down to the level of your development. The fortune grows only as you grow. How to start working harder on while you are SALF. This doesn't require perfection, it requires intention. Here are 3 steps you can take. Today 2. 1. Set a personal development hour. 1 hour a day of intentional learning, reading, listening, reflecting, planning. 1 hour can change your entire direction. 2. Upgrade 1 skill every 30 days. Communication, sales, writing, networking, critical thinking, leadership. Every month, sharpen 1 capability. 12 skills a year, 120 skills in a decade. That's how fortunes are built. 3. Surround yourself with better associations. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you're around laziness, your standards drop. If you're around ambition, your standards rise. Associations influence elevation. Choose wisely. Closing message: steady, inspiring. Jim Rohn tone. Your job is important. It puts food on the table. It keeps the lights on. But your future, your earning potential, your destiny comes from the work you do on yourself. If you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. Honorable, respectable. But if you work hard on yourself, if you grow your mind, expand your skills, sharpen your philosophy, and strengthen your discipline, you'll make a fortune. A fortune in freedom, a fortune in opportunities, a fortune in confidence, a fortune in wisdom, a fortune in impact, and yes, a fortune in income. This is the Jim Rohn way. This is the personal development way, and this is how you change your life. Thank you for watching Channel Wisdom Swing. And remember, don't just work harder, work wiser, work deeper, work inward, work on you. Your future is waiting.